Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to style our Django forms using Tailwind CSS. So let's get started. So there's this folder with the code for the previous tutorial. So I'll be using this one to show you how to style our Django forms with Tailwind CSS. So this is the code we made in the last tutorial where I was showing you about how to create user authentication in Django. So this is what we'll be using. Don't worry if you didn't check out that tutorial. I'll be explaining everything. But if you want to have a good understanding about it, you can check out that tutorial. I'll add the link to the tutorial in the description. So let's open our project in Visual Studio Code. So for that, I'll open in Terminal. I'll open this folder in Terminal. So then open using code full stop to open in Visual Studio. Okay, this is our tutorial from this is our code from the previous tutorial where we added a login page, an index.html page, a views.py page, and all those. So I can run it for you. So first I'll activate the virtual environment. Okay, it's activated automatically. So let me clear then Python manage.py run server. Okay, so you can control click this to view the server. So this is what we had last time. We created a basic home page with the logout when someone is logged in, but when someone is not logged in, you can see we only have login and register. So when you click register, you'll see this page, and when you click login, you'll see this page. So this is what we'll be styling in this tutorial. Okay, so to do this, first we must configure Tailwind into our project. For that, I have a full tutorial. I'll put the link in the description, but I'll also be going through it in this tutorial, so don't worry if you didn't take a look at the tutorial. So I created a dev.to article on how to do it. So if you want to follow, I'll also link it in the description. So let's skip this part of creating the project. So the only thing we have to do at the moment is create a static CSS folder. So inside our project, let's close these trees, then create a folder outside everything. Create a folder, then name it static. Then inside that static folder, create another folder called CSS. So this is where we'll be adding our already built CSS by Tailwind. So the next stage is add the following settings.py. So copy this code and add it to our settings.py. So here's our settings.py. So let's navigate to static. So where static, here is it. It is. Then you can add it there. Static URL was already there, so I can just remove this one. Okay. Once we have that, we can move to the next stage. Make a directory called resources. So you can create that. It is outside every other folder, but inside the project. Inside the project directory, not inside this Django project. So outside that. So resources. Okay. The next thing is navigate to resources, cd resources. So I'll do that in terminal. Let me open a new terminal, PowerShell. Then cd into resources. Okay, ls, you can see it has nothing at the moment, so clear. Okay, so the next stage, you must have Node installed in your computer with npm. So if you don't have npm, these commands will not run. So make sure you have npm. So inside the resources folder, run this command npm init-y. That's the first command. So npm init-y. Okay, give it some time. Okay, that's done. Okay, that's done. Let's move to the next step. So the next step is to do this: install Tailwind auto prefix and clean CSS CLI. So let's paste that and run. This will take some time depending on your internet. So just be patient. Okay, 20 packages are looking for funding. Found 0 vulnerabilities and added 96 packages. This means it has run successfully. So let's go to the next. npx tailwind unit p. That's the next part. So let's okay, sorry, let me just clear that one, then it should be npx tailwind init dash p. Okay, press enter and give it some time. Okay, it has created. If you go to resources folder, you'll see post css config, which is here, and tailwind.config.js, which is here. Okay, let's move to the next one. So the next part is to replace the scripts inside package.json with this one. So just copy this script and inside your package.json. Okay, this one. Inside the replace this script with the script from the article. So that one. You can remove this watch if it is not working. So basically that's what you need at the moment in that part. Then the next part is to replace the code inside tailwind.config.js with this code. Again, if you are not understanding this part, you can refer to the video about how to configure Tailwind in Django. So that's inside tailwind.config.js. So go to tailwind.config.js and replace this one with the one from the article. So this means that inside the parent directory, it will search for all directories until it finds templates. Then find any file with .html and build its Tailwind CSS and return the code inside a file I'll be creating in CSS. So let's go to the next. We add some input to Tailwind. So inside static CSS, create a file called tailwind.css and add this code in it. So let me copy this, navigate to that one, and inside our CSS folder, create a file called tailwind.css, and inside it we can paste the 3 lines of code. Okay, Tailwind.css. Then the next step is to run build. So we do npm run build. So let's come here and inside the resources folder, and make sure you are in a virtual environment. Run the command npm run build. So this command will inside the package.json, it will run this build inside the script we added. So this command will be executed. So press enter and give it some time. Okay, it's done. Ignore the warnings. So basically that's it. If you look at the static.css, you will see a new file called style.css. It will contain some lines of code and a file called style.min.css, which is a minified version of the style.css. So basically in this section we've configured Tailwind into our project. So let's move into the next section, which will do something else. So to achieve this functionality, I'll have to create another folder called templates. Then inside this templates folder, I want to add a file called base.html. So this base.html will contain, let me see, let me turn off a certain extension here. It's making my life more difficult. So don't know if it's this one, I think it's this one. So let me disable it for the moment. Is it really that one? Don't think so. Let me enable that one. So which one is it? I think it is this one. So let me disable it. Okay, it was that one. So I want my HTML to just be HTML. So once that is done, so you can click Shift and 1 to create a boilerplate, HTML boilerplate, then press Tab. So this is an HTML boilerplate. So I don't want to repeat this one in every page. So I want to create a base.html file that all the other templates will be inheriting from. So inside this one, I'll give it the title, styling Django forms using Tailwind. So let me see, the server is running. Okay, once you've done that, inside here, add template tags, then block content, and below it, block content. Okay, so these ones can inherit from the base.html. So sorry, so like this one, or let me just name this title. No, it's just okay. So I'll delete that part and that part, then extend, sorry, you must have the template tags, extends, then base.html. Okay, so these templates that we created outside everything, it's not recognized by Django. So to make it recognizable by Django, go to Django project settings.py, then find templates. Then in the templates, I already added it. Add this code. In your case, it won't be this way, so add base underscore dir slash in quotation templates. So to make it recognized. Okay. Once that is done, so we can go to our base.html. Then we have this one. So this is where all the other code will be entering. So index.html, it will extend base.html. Then if you add those braces, template tags, then block content. So everything inside the block content will be inserted inside the block content of the base.html. So it's like this template called index.html is inheriting code from the template called base.html. So we won't be rewriting this part and this part. We will only be writing part inside this block content. So let's finish and block content. Okay. Login also. Let me just copy this part. Copy and above, just there. Okay. Let me indent this part and add the closing and block content. So that shows the end of the block content and the block content login. So we need to add it also in the register. So this one, copy, paste it there, then close with an end block. And block content. Okay, I think that should do. Let me then indent. So if you take a look at our project at the moment, so let me see. Okay, we have a problem. Block tag with name content. Block content. Let me see. Oh, I didn't load this.html. Let me see. Why is that problem? Oh, I see. Inside the base.html, this one should not be blocked, should be end block content. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, here we are. So you'll see style forms, they are inheriting this title. If you go to log, let's say register, you'll also see this one. So okay, so the next part is very, very important. So be very keen. So by default, Django comes with this form dot. This form has some extensions that you can add to change its functionality. So the form has username and sorry. We also have form dot. Here we are in login. So in login we have form dot password. And these are the most important things where we need So this form has these ones and this password. So that's what it's made of, this form. So, and this form.username comes as an input field already in Django. So as you can see, inside, as you can see, let me go to login. So, login, you can see the form.username is already an input field and the form.password is already an input field. So there's no way you can add another input field in this form. So that's where uh, a certain tool comes in Django. It's called Django Widget Tweaks. So this Django Widget Tweaks allows us to add more classes to an already existing form in Django. So for example, we already have an input field called username and password. So to style them, we just need to add classes in Tailwind. So that's what we'll do next. So first, let me open a new terminal. So remember, don't be in the resources folder. Make sure you're in the project folder. Not project folders, but the whole website folder. So don't be inside any of this. So make sure if you close all this, you are inside, you are outside them. So in my case, it's Django user accounts. So inside here, you can install Django widget tweaks using the command pip install Django widget tweaks. So press enter, paste and press enter. Okay, it's installed. It's installed. If you click pip freeze, you can see it is installed Django widget tweaks. So the next thing is, let's see the documentation. So add it to your installed apps. So copy this one and inside the settings, look for installed apps and add widget tweaks. So let me comment new here. Okay. Once that's done, this is how to use it. You just use a render field. So let me do that. So let's close all these many folders. So to use Tailwind, first we'll load the CSS folder file, this style.css. So go to base.html and here above the title add a link CSS. So that one. But instead of doing this, we'll use the template tags. So like that, then percentage, and static, sorry, static, then style.css. Okay, let's see what it returns. So if we refresh, the server is not running. Let me see. We have some errors. Okay. Let me rerun the server. So we have an error called saying okay, let me check the settings.py. So it's called widget tweaks. Okay, I didn't add a comma here, so let me add that one and see if it works. Okay, it works. That was the problem. I didn't add a comma in the list, installed up list. So if you rerun the server, okay, sorry, I think I should add CSS here because the style.css is inside another folder called CSS inside the static folder. So this is the convention of writing it. So static style CSS stroke style.css. Also, we need to load static. So above everything else, one add a load static tag. Load static like that. Then let's rerun our server. Refresh so you can see there's some changes. You can see the format in which they are arranged. You can clearly see that there are some changes. So that means that we are on the right track. And that Tailwind CSS has been configured successfully. So in the next step, we'll doing something different. Okay. So let's navigate to one of our forms. So let me go to login, the login template. So to add the functionality of classes inside our form, we'll first load the widget tweaks. So the package we installed earlier on. So load widget underscore tweaks. So instead of writing this form.asp, we'll write, so let's do like this, then percentage. So first we'll start with the username. So to add this, we'll use the widget tweak. It comes with a, let me say, a functionality called render field underscore field that allows us to add more classes to a field in the form. So form dot username, username. Then we also have the percentage render underscore field, then form dot password. Okay. Now let me remove this one. Or let me just comment. No, let me just remove it. Okay. Now if we take a look at our website, let me go to login again. So you can see you have this one and this one. So I'm more of a backend guy. So for my styles, I always use FlowBite. So FlowBite uh, login page. So let me pick a login page from FlowBite and add to our. So I think this one looks good. So to use it, you will show code. Then you can copy this code. Copy. Then let me paste it below our form. So then we can manipulate this one to match our form. So let me see it in the site. So at the moment it looks like this. So to make the Tailwind work, you need to run the build command again. So go to the terminal with resources, then npm run build. Run that command. It will rebuild the CSS with the new styles that I've added right now. So, okay, let's refresh. Okay, it looks good now. So this is how it looks at the moment. So we want our code, this code, to fit into this login template. So let's go to the code. So look at the part where it's saying email. So we have an input field with, so to add these fields, that's where the widget tweaks comes in. So render field, so this render field allows us to add more fields. So we'll just copy this part. Okay, let me mark that part. That will take time. So I need all these fields. So then copy, then paste those fields inside. Where it is written form.username. Then for the class, say class is equal to those ones, because the input field for username, all the input fields in Django come with pre-configured classes, so we just want our classes to be added to those default classes. So that's what we'll do. Then for the password, we have another input called password, so just copy it to the end. So all those fields, let's say attributes. So widget tweaks allows you to add more attributes to the default Django attributes. So add them there. Let me remove this input. Sorry, input. Okay, so it should look something like this. By default, I think Django already knows it is type password. So okay. So after that, we need to replace the one inside the template with this one. So where did I copy it from? So email, so replace this one, copy to the end, delete, then paste the one we just made. Then for the password, copy this one, copy to the end, then we come here, input type password, then paste. Okay, now let's take a look at the site. Okay, it's the same. That means that they've been configured successfully. So let's just remove the other one. So don't forget to add this sref token. It can't work without it. So copy it and add it below the form, this new form. Then now we can delete our old form. But remember, we should not forget this error. So let me add it somewhere inside our form. So let me see where can it go. Below the sign in to your account. Let me add it below the sign in to your account. Sign into your account. So below it, let me add that error. So if I refresh it now, I should, okay, I think that's good now. So if we now, let's say vinmactech, then try signing in. Okay. I think I forgot something else also. So let me undo some changes. This input, hidden input, that takes us to the next page when we click login. So it should be inside the form. So let me add it here. Let me add it above the button. So there. I can refresh our page. Oh, I need to remove them again. So remove this form, old form. Then copy that. Let me cut it a bit below, sign into your form. That's basically the error. In case your password and username do not match. So refresh. Now if you try, I'm getting some error. I think it's about the button. So where is the button? Button type submit. That. Let me see, what should the button be? Submit name. The name of the button should be submit. Is our button name shall submit? It's only the type name equals to submit. Okay. Let's try this one. So that one, this one is unnecessary. Okay, let me remove that one and login, register, login. That one, sign in. I should remove it. Let me remove that button. Is it a button? Checkbox. Let me remove that checkbox. So where is it located? Where is it? Remember me, I've just seen this one. Let me remove this please. Okay. Let's rerun. The checkbox is still there, so let me remove this. The whole of that. Then refresh. Okay. Let me retry. I'm getting an error. What could be the problem? CSRF token. So from CSRF token. Okay, so I just figured out where the problem was. So for our form, the method should be post. Then action should be, I forgot to copy this one from the previous form, so let's just redo that. So action should be URL of users, then token. So let's retry it again and see. Let me refresh. Let me remove that one and name it login. Then Vim MacTech, then sign in. Okay, it has just worked. So the problem was adding the method is equal to post and the action of the form. So basically we've styled the login form. So there are some things, let me see, log out, then log in. So there are some things that still don't look good, like the button and the forgot password. And that is because we ignored some part of the template. So there's HTML which we've just used, and there's this tailwind.config.js which we didn't touch. So go there, then we need to add some things to our tailwind.config.js so that it will work. So something like dark mode. Let me see my tailwind.config.js. Okay, so inside the resources folder, is the resources folder. So here, let me close these ones first. Then inside the resources, tailwind.config.js. Okay, So dark mode equal column class. So let's see. So we don't have that one in, so you can add that dark mode column class above everything. Copy. Then paste there. Then theme. Let me see. Okay. Theme. Where does the theme end? Extends. Let's see my theme. So this theme. Below the theme we have what? Let me see. Extend. So we have theme, and the theme inside the theme we have extend. Theme inside the theme we have extend. So I think from the theme going downwards till here, I should copy that part, and let me see. This one closest with this one. Theme closest with. Let me see, font family closest with this one, so should be up to that one. So theme all the way up to there, copy, because this one will close with that one. So replace our theme with the new theme, then add a comma. I think so. So let's rerun the build. Inside the terminal with resources, run build again. And okay, ignore the warning. Okay, let's see how it looks at the moment. Okay, nice. That's it, guys. So if we log in using vmarktech and sign up, it takes you to the home page. Then if you log out, then click login again, it'll take you here. So at the moment, so let's style the sign up. So I'll use the same template for login. So let me copy the section, copy, and inside the register, let me copy it below our form. Then, so in sign up, we always have, unlike the login, in sign up, we have form dot username by default and then form dot password 1, then below it, form dot password 2. So we'll replace our render with this one, then add a new field called password 2. So our username will be just the same. Then for the password, we'll change it to password 1. I think the name, you can name it password 1. ID also password 1. Then add another field. So let's replicate this div. So this div, copy, then below it, paste it. Then instead of password 1, it is password 2. Name is password 2. The style, I think, are just the same. ID is also password 2. So then let me change this text to already have an account. Then instead of sign up, then use log in. Okay, let's take a look now. So let me click register. We have some errors. So from the user, let's see. It is the error. Okay, so I think I forgot to load the widget tweak. So just like we did here, we loaded widget tweaks. So let me just copy that and paste it inside the register. So it is very important to load the widget tweaks. Okay, so we have the new one and the old one. So let me just delete the old one and replace this one to sign up. So first let me replace the text to, where is it? Is the button, okay, it is sign up. Then for the, we don't have to check these errors. Okay. Then let me remove the old form. But remember this one must be there, this method. Copy. Then let me paste it. There's our new form here. So let me replace this one from login with that one. Method and action. Then CSRF token also. Okay, it's also already there. So let me just delete this one. Then refresh the page. So now let me try creating an account. So Vincent. Then password, let me generate a strong password. Okay. Let me copy it and click it and sign up. Okay, let me go to login. I still haven't linked it, so login. Then don't remember my username, was it Vincent? Then password. Okay, it's okay. So it has worked. So the next step is to link. Already have an account to lead you to the login page. So that will do like this. So URL, sorry, quotes the users login. Then inside the login, don't have an account should lead us to sign up. So let me link sign up URL users sign up. Okay, I can refresh, then log out, then click login again. We have an error. Okay, it was register, not sign up. So I called my view register. I think that's the error. So let me refresh. Okay, it's working. So if I do that, let me click sign up. It will lead us to the sign up page. If I click login, it will lead us to the login page. You can remove this. Let me name it my personal name, my custom name. So Django fonts plus Tailwind CSS. Let me copy that. also paste it in the register. So instead of FlowBite, let me paste that one. Then this is the register, so it should not be signed into your account. So let me rename it create an account. Now, okay, let me see how it looks like that at the moment. So let me remove the logo. It's not our logo, so it doesn't help. So let me remove it in the login and in the register. Okay. So it should look something like this. So if you click sign up, it looks like this. Create an account now. Click login, sign in to your account. Okay, guys, I think I've accomplished the styling of Django forms with Tailwind CSS, and I think you liked the video. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, and thank you.